Hello, good afternoon. This is Cheryl Lentz, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, coming to you for Winging It on Wednesday. Little bit late. I had my I had to go to the eye doctor this morning, and I had my eyes dilated. So I'm still everything is extremely bright, besides me, and so I was wearing sunglasses and doing some stamping this after I got back. So we'll have to see later what those cards look like. But anyhow, thank you for joining me. If it's now or if it's later, let me know. If you're watching on YouTube, watching on the blog, comment. I have some great news. So tomorrow only, with every, hi there, Carla, with every $50 order, you have free shipping. So, woohoo, that's like a 10% discount right off the top. So pretty exciting. It's tomorrow only. So let me know. You can go to sharequilt.com or at AOL, sharequilt@AOL.com. Sharequilt for my email, sharequilt@AOL.com. Or you can go to Stamping Journey and leave me a message, whichever. If you would like to place an order directly or place it through me, I'd be happy to do that. If you place it through me, I was making up a bunch of cards, so I will get a card sent out to you. And as a thank you, and in addition to your free shipping. So kind of exciting. So I'm going to play with the Pansy Petals kit again. I tried to print out a shipping thing, but you know, technology is not my friend. So I have it on my screen, on my computer screen, but that's the closest I could get to printing it out. So anyhow, let's turn the camera around. Thank you so much for joining me, and let me know what you think. Here we go. I'm going to turn the camera right now. There we go. So we're going to go for a little ride here. There we go. Hope that doesn't bother anybody. Okay. We're going to go like that. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Ta-da. 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 Okay. Yeah, I went to the eye doctor. Got my eyes dilated. Last night I grated my finger. Yesterday I pinched my finger. So I'm like, I'm so much safer if I just stay at my desk. So here's my kit. Let me get this opened here. There we go. Here's my kit. This one has so many beautiful colors with it. It's like a rainbow. Look at all those pretty colors that we have the option of using. These are the cards I made last time. So just a little reminder. So that's the ones I made last time. Let's try to do something totally different today. So here's this is all my card bases. And here's all my good stuff. You know, I have to crack everything open. This set is made to go with the Pansy Patch bundle, or, you know, stamp set or bundle. So I have that out here if we decide to do something with that. It also comes with the in-color jewels because it goes with all of them. These are so beautiful, the in-color rhinestones. Pretty, pretty. I just love those. All right, let's pick out some things. It also comes with the in-color ribbon. Ta-da. So lots of fun to get all the ribbon, matching the jewels, matching the paper, matching the cardstock. Stampin' Up! Just does that the best. They're just the best. Simply the best. I think there's yeah, there we go. Little song. Better not sing. Not a good singer. Okay, let's put all this stuff out here. I have to have everything at my fingertips. That's why I like working here. Working right here where I'm comfortable in my little corner of the world. I'm comfortable working here because I have everything at my fingertips. I'm very blessed. I think a lot of people don't have that. You have to put your stuff away. What a shame. I just think if it's out in the open, look at all those pretty colors. If it's out in the open, you're going to use it more. I'm going to remind myself of the colors I used last time so we can pick something different here. So here we go. I think last time we used this print, so we definitely are not going to do that. I love all the ginghams on this set. This is Busy Busy. So this is a paper that I would use for, you know, like if you were just going to put a verse in the center or something, or on the edge, whatever. such a, you know, because it's all there, right? You don't need to put much more. You can let the designer paper do the work for you. So let's pull that one out today. And let's see here. I know that there's other, so here's the other gingham. So the ginghams that come in this paper are so pretty. Big fan of gingham. Let's see here. I'm going to go through here and just, I was going to pull out the other thing they have is this nice stripe. I like that. And this polka dot that I think is really pretty. But here's the other gingham. So I think there's three different ginghams in this paper. It's hard. My Band-Aid is not cooperating. Look, my hands are green. I was doing a lot of stamping today. Okay, there we go this morning. And apparently I'm wearing a number of it. So this is here's the 3 different ginghams that are included in this designer paper. And I just think so pretty. Just so pretty. So there we go. I keep moving this. Usually I tape it down. I didn't today, but isn't that lovely? So even if we were to use a gingham on here, this is kind of busy. So I don't know. I'm not going to do that, but maybe we'll use a gingham later. So I thought that we would just do kind of a simple card. Let our designer paper do the talking here for us. Here are the verses with this set. Now you could use any, but I think this is really, the little things you do make such a big difference. Wishing you a little extra happiness just because you're you, which is really nice on a birthday, I think. But let's see. I think that's this one. The big difference. I think this is really a nice saying. So I have 20 million blocks out here because I was playing with the sets from yesterday yet. Biggest Wish and the watercolor shapes. So I had all of them out. When I get a new set or I'm playing with it, like for the day, I put everything from that stamp set on a block. And then I have it all in front of me so I can just figure out what I want to do. So let's see here. So if we're using this, I need to pick out my layer, which, you know, I'm a layer-er. And I think last time we did a lot of dark. So if we do, let's see here. Let's go soft here. If I do the base or I do this, kind of orangey. No, I'm not. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's see. What else do I want? Let's see here. Here's the yellow. Let's go into the yellow. I want to pull out one particular color. There we go. That's pretty. There. So you can pull out that yellow. You can pull out the peachy color. You can pull out the coral. Let's just see what it looks like in different. So let me get another piece of that here. This one goes the other direction, but that's okay. So here it is with I think that's a bumblebee. Here's Calypso Coral. I mean, everybody's inclination is to go with the purpley colors, but it's nice to pull out some of the other ones. But you can see how different, kind of a different look that gives. Just putting in a different, putting that other color in. Here's another one. So if we did and pulled out the bright pink here, let me put this over there. Every color you pull out just makes it look entirely, this softens it, I think, with the bumblebee behind. And I think what I would do is I would put that on a base with the green. I don't know. That one. Okay. So on this Calypso, we could go green also, but the lighter. I said yesterday, almost always I end up putting the darker color as the frame. Let's do this. That lightens it up a whole lot. when I put the soft seafoam behind there. That's the color of all the little leaves. I'm just trying to get this centered here to not gluing it on. I'm not doing all of these, but I just want to show you the difference when you're putting all these different colors together and how the paper makes the designer paper look entirely different. Let's see here. Let's do this. Let's go with the purples. Purpley pinky. Here we go. There. So completely different looks with exactly the same paper. And that's the beauty of having this kit, because you have all the colors that are coordinating right here at your fingertips. So I think that today I'll go with usually I go with my initial. I think we'll stick with this one, but I just wanted to show you all the different options. I mean, there's more than that, but there you go. We got a couple of them done. And then let's do a little bit of stamping. So I have my white cardstock that I have for, I'm going to put this in the inside because I'll layer the same color in the inside. There's white cardstock in here to be used for your inside for the words and stuff, but I'm going to also use it to stamp. And so on this one, sticking with my colors, I am going to go with the soft, I think this is, I'm going to go with the soft succulent for my words. Here we go. So I'm just going to stamp it over in the corner and then probably use, let's see, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to move it over a little bit because I'm not sure if I'm going to use a rectangle or a circle to get that cut out. I don't think, yeah, this one doesn't have, some of them will have shapes for the verses. This one doesn't. It has the pansy, you know, just cutting out the pansies and the leaves and that type of thing. So it doesn't have that extra thing for the verses. The little things you do make a big difference. So let's, let me move this over. Or we could use a punch. So, but I think we're going to use a die cut here. I'm going to look at, I love these stitched rectangles. Love, love, love them. So if we do a stitched rectangle, that one's a little bit big, but I think this one's too small. So this one is narrower, but it's too long. So I will show you how to, we'll do a custom size. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do a custom size. So when I cut it out, I'm going to move it over like this. And then I'm going to do another, oh, I got ink on my hands here, so I got it on my paper. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to customize the size. Customize. We're going to make it our own. So let me bring over my die cut here. I cut an emboss machine. It has a messy, messy top on it here. I just dropped the other plate. Not that I'm sure anybody stamping knows that sound, right? There you go. She dropped the plate. Okay. Now, let's see here. We have that in the middle. Hi, Mary. Hi, Judy. Oh, boy, we have a party going on. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to customize this. And I'm going to cut it like this. I'm just centering on this side. So on the 3 sides. And the other one we're going to cut out. So I'm going to run this through. I should have put a clean plate on here. That's what happens when you do over and over and over the same words and things. You get a plate that's got that some of the cardstock in there. So here we go. So now I have this, but I want to cut it short so that it matches. So I'm just going to lay this over. Judy, we just did this in class, didn't we? I'm going to lay it over just like that. Maybe move it just a little bit. And I'm just centering this on there. Okay, and then we're going to run that through again. Oops, except that I pushed it off. Let's put it more in the middle. So sometimes we forget to do this. And also, now I'm not going to do it on this one, but you could do like this. and put a flag the end. When you do that, you want to get the point in the center, and you want to have the ends, the corners on the edge there of your, on the edge of your piece. So, but in this particular case, I don't want to do that. I don't want it as big. So I want my DSP to shine. So I don't want to cover up my DSP. So I'm going to go just like that. And hopefully I don't knock it off this time. There. Okay. But it looks like I got it crooked. Did I? Yes. Or you could put washi tape on. Or you could just keep doing it. Just extending my time with you. That's all. These are real-time stamping. This is real-time, not figuring out what I'm doing ahead of the time. So this is how it goes, right? When you stamp at home, not everything goes smooth and first time works. But a lot of times you can just make the best of it. A lot of times it's a chance to embellish. So here I have one little snippet. I'm just going to snip that off. But there you go. Now I have a custom size. So to do a backing on it, so if I wanted to have some, throw that away. Okay, so I'm looking at this. I'm going like this. There we go. And I'm going to put this right here. I want the yellow flower since that's the colors that I'm kind of looking for. So I want that to show. I'm going to put it like this. I'll pop it up. And I think instead of backing it, I'm just going to put some of the ribbon on. And the base of it, I have this soft succulent. So I think that's what we're going to do for the, that's what I'm going to do for the bow. So I'm going to wrap a bow around there. So let's attach these first. Now if I was doing, if I use the regular, like if I cut this the regular size with my die and I wanted to line it to match the card, I would take and cut a bigger piece right out of the center of this front layer. Because you can't see it anyhow. You wouldn't do it in the inside layer because you'd run into little divots when you're signing the card. But on the outside and on the front, you have other layers going on. You're not even going to know that that piece is missing. So it's a very good use of your cardstock is to just cut the center out. Even if it's designer paper that you're using and covering up, cut the center out so you can use it on another project or in the inside of the card or something like that. And a lot of times I put in, you know, things on the inside, designer paper, just to make it pretty too. So all those little strips you can use. Okay, now we're going to take our ribbon. This is how I usually, I'll pull it out, and how I decide how much I'm going to cut is I put it out, try not to, doesn't matter where I'm putting this because we can turn it. And I'm going to kind of go conservative, although I'm having trouble with this with my Band-Aid finger. So this is what I do. I kind of like give myself enough that I know I can tie that knot with. And I'm just going to do a square knot. So let's center this. I'm just going to tie this knot. So I go 90 degrees, put my finger on it. Top one's going to do all the work, come around on the bottom here. And I'm going to sneak through there. There we go. And pull. Pull, pull, pull. And I'm watching this band here, trying to keep that straight. There we go. Okay. Ta-da, ta-da. All right. And why I said I don't have to worry, I can bend the card, bend this layer, and then I can move this bow wherever I want it. So there we go. So if I want it over here, and I like that it's kind of going off to the side because I'm going to pop this up and it'll be right here. So that looks pretty. Let's move it over just a little more. There we go. Okay. Then I can cut these ends Don't need it quite that long. So there's a little bit of waste, but not terrible amount. I need to, there we go, get my sharper scissors here. Or hold that. If you hold it, sometimes it'll cut better too. There. Ta-da. All right, let's bring over my dimensionals. I love to pop everything up. And because this is there's going to be a ribbon through the center here, I'm going to just put it in the corners. Here we go. Pop that up. There we go. Yesterday we did random stamping and did made our own DSP, and so today that was something that I did, so I'll show you on Friday. I'm so excited. I had a lot of fun. I made 8 cards with it. There, so pretty. Okay, so this is just going to go onto the card base. This ribbon is nice and thin. Sometimes if I have a thicker ribbon that I'm tying around, I will pop the base up, pop this layer up with dimensionals, but this ribbon is pretty thin, so we don't have to worry about the bulk in it here. So I'm just going to put that on there. It's kind of a subtle little card. Tones down, brings in the yellows and the soft green. And let's see here, let's see what we want to say in the inside here. Here's my area cut for that. Move this over, move everything over. Okay, so we did little things. So we'll just put a thank you in there. We're going to put a thank you. Here we go. Where's my thank you? Thank you is kind of small. So what I'm going to do is I'll put this on a block, and then we'll pick some DSP, another strip of that same DSP, and just line the inside. That kind of fills in a bit for us. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see what the back side is on it. That's always a big help because you're looking at it from both ways. So what's the back of this card? Yellow. Lello. Okay, here's yellow. Here we go. But this one's going that way. We want a different way. We don't want it on the bottom. Oh, maybe I used it. Could be. Let's see here. Maybe I did. Yeah, because you'll have a strip of everything. So I probably used it on another card. So what I would say is, that's okay. We're just going to go right across the top here. We're going to go right across the top and leave this on here like that. So there we go. But before I do that, I'm just going to lay it here. So I kind of see where to put my thank you, kind of then center here. Not quite center, but probably 2/3 of the way up. Let's see here. This one is photopolymer, so very nice. There we go. Ta-da. Nice that I can see that. So what I will do is take this piece. I'm just going to put my adhesive, my glue here on this piece. And I normally don't do that, but I know how wide this is, and I don't want to get extra adhesive on the piece that I'm not using. So here we go. I put it on the dark piece so I can see where I'm going. Otherwise my grid paper is white. So that's why I put this on here. And this is going to get covered up. There we go. So now I can just turn it over, snip this little piece off, and there's no adhesive on there, so I can use that again, perhaps as a tab or something. Put this inside. There we go. And ta-da. There. There we go. Pretty. Pretty, pretty. Okay, put it inside the card. That was pretty quick. We got one card done. Fairly fast. All right. Center it. Give it a good, there. Ta-da. Really simple, very simple, but custom made size on our print there for our words. And let's put a little sparkle in there. We could do that. Let's see here. And I think we'll go, let's see here. We're gonna go with this. It's really pale papaya, but it'll pull out kind of the yellowy tones. So let's do one here and one here. We'll just kind of center them there. So they don't get lost in the thing, but it still draws attention here and gives you a little bit of sparkle. Ta-da. Okay. All right, that's card number 1. Should we keep going? Should we see what else we can do? That's 1. I've been trying to do 2 when we're coming on and playing. So let's see here. Let's randomly pick a base color. We haven't done one with this pale color here. Pale papaya. So let's pull that out. Let's pull out some, this looks pretty on here. And that would be centered here. There. Like that. Let's see here, what else? We could pull out a deeper color. We could pull out a, I don't know that I want to do that. I think, let's see here. We just want to go with one up and one down and have it centered. One up, one down. This would be cut off part way. And then put some flowers in here. We could put, I'm just centering this on the, all the way, let's go all the way to the bottom. Like that. And then this one would go over a little bit here. So I'm going to go up. What I'm doing is looking at this and the bottom and trying to do about the same, because those are going to be bigger than the side to side, you see, because these are already cut to size, so I don't want to cut it down. I'm going to use it like that. There we go. And how about some flowers? We could stamp some today. Let's do that. So this set, lots of fun. The new photopolymers have the pictures stamped on the back of the cover, so you see where everything is. And these are pretty forgiving. They're kind of fun. So this is the base. Let's see here. You can do just the outline. Let's see here. Where am I going? I was looking for, this is just the outline. Here's the light color. Let's put this on a block here. Okay. I've made some, not a lot, but I've made some of them. Or let's see here. We'll do one big one, and maybe we'll do this little one in a light color. This one just has the outline. You see that? So your pansy base, your petal, would just be white. So you can do it on the white cardstock and then just have a color on here. So you don't have to have the background like this solid piece here. So these two pieces are to go together. This would be the solid color, and then this would go right over the top of it. But if you want your pansy base to be white, you can just, you can skip that one step. So on this one, we're gonna do the 2-step. Let's see here. So what I generally do is I do the darker color, and we have this piece that I already cut out of, so we're going to use that on here. What I usually do is I use the darker color for the accent, right? So that would be this picture, and this is the background, which would be a little bit lighter. And so what we'll do is pull out, we're going to use the lighter color will be of course, the pale papaya. And then the darker color, we're gonna go with Calypso Coral. So let's do that. So I'm gonna go with the darker color for right now. There. And I'm gonna put down, if I do the dark color first, my theory with this is if I do the dark color first, I can see where to line up the lighter color because it's so bold. If I use the lighter color first, sometimes when you're looking through the block and you're all inked up, it's a little bit harder to see where you're going as far as lining up. So I usually do bold first. And let's see here, should we do 2 of them? Probably. There. Okay. And now I'm going to go with the lighter color here. And so you can see when I'm looking through that block, I can see exactly where to line it up because of the dark is right there. Nice and bold, ta-da. So you can see through it better. If I did it opposite, it's a little bit harder to see. So I'm not sure, you know, if that's the correct way, but that's the way I do it. Now this little one, I want the base to be white. So I'm going to do a little one. Oh, I was going to do it darker. Well, let's do another one. We'll do another one darker. Let's see if I can go right over the top of it. Maybe, maybe not. But let's try it. I was going to go this one dark too. There you go. Okay. So there's more to that, right? There's the insides. So this is the inside. Let's see here. Here they have these little petals over here. So I think this is the inside for the big one. Here we go. So on this one, you're going to follow through, is that right, with the color here, with this down. It's like it's like the beard. So if you had, this is the piece here, is what I was looking at, that beard there. We can have this one here that I can stamp off. So let's do this one. I have made just the pale ones so far. So we're going to go with the lighter color in the center here, like this. So I can see where I'm going because I have that nice dark, bright color in there. There. And then we're going to accent and put the little beard in the darker color here. Ta-da. There we go. And then on this baby one, there's a little tiny one here to go in the center, and that will just be the dark one. So let's use the Calypso Coral on here. So the beard goes down. That's how I was kind of describing it. This longer part looks like a beard to me. That's going to go down. There, just like that. Ta-da. Okay. Let's cover this up for a minute. Well, there is a center, but we're gonna put rhinestones. We're gonna use our pretty in color rhinestones on here. All right, let's cut these out. Look, messy. I have all this stuff I have to clean up later. Whoops. There we go. And then I think we're gonna use some of the lighter here. We're gonna cut out, maybe stamp some leaves on here. I'm going to go with the pale because I want, because I'm going with such a soft color with the pale papaya. So on this one, the dies, I believe, cut out both these leaves. So it has a pattern to cut out the leaves, and it gives it some shading here. And we could do that, or it'll just cut out the leaf regular. So it has the outline of the leaves, or you could do a textured leaf with a number of pieces. So What do we want to do? We want to keep it light. I think we're just going to use the soft seafoam. I'm going to cut it out in the center of this. That way in another card I can still use that center. And we're just going to make a couple of different leaves here. So here's one, and then here's the detail for that leaf. Okay, so I'm going to go one. I'm going to stamp it off because I already have it dark here on. You know what? Let's not do that. Let's do it on here. Since we're using this white, let's do this. I'm just going to stamp it here. You always need more than one leaf. I'm going to do one here. And I might have to cut it a couple times. That's okay. So, and then they have the detail that goes over it. And I'm using the same color. It's going to be darker, you know, you're going tone on tone, but see that? So that works. You don't have to have a different color. You can just go tone on tone with the same color. Ta-da! There we go. We probably need a third leaf. Maybe it will fit here. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to go with the same size. There's two different sizes of leaves, but I'm going to go with the same here. Let's just do an extra. If I'm cutting, I might as well cut a couple, right? And then we'll see where we want to put them. I like to have a couple different things. It's easier to do it now than to go back and say, oh yeah, I wish I had one more, and then ink everything up and go for it again. Okay. Ouch. I had to grate two different kinds of cheese. On the second cheese, of course, I got my finger caught in there. So I'm going to use my mighty little machine. So I'm going to cut this off. There we go. So I can bring my little one over here. Mighty mini. My mighty mini. Okay. I tend to take these plates. They get a little bent. So I just keep flipping, flipping, flipping. That's what I'm doing. And I turn that over. All right. So on our die cuts here, we have our daisy. We have a pansy. You could call it a daisy, but it wouldn't be. There we go. So there's that one. Here's my leaf. I'm just getting out the pieces so I know. There we go. And then here's my little baby one. My baby pansy. That's all white. And here's this one. So this will go here. Like that. There we go. Okay. Let's put them up here. Okay. We'll get this cut out. Sometimes they'll have multiples. I love when they have multiple dies of like the leaves where you cut them numerous times. But this particular set does not, because there's a lot of different dies in this set. So I understand why there's not. Okay, here we go. Stay in place for me. Okay. There's one and one pansy, one leaf. Turn this around. Put this down. They're pretty forgiving. You do have a little bit of a white line around your design. Here we go. There, okay. I'm just gonna put this on, hold it down, and crank that baby through. There we go. Mighty mini, mighty mini. Okay. Another leaf, another daisy. Daisy. Wow, I have daisy on the brain. We did daisies. We did a whole bunch of daisies for some cards that we designed for somebody, and we had to punch out 104 daisies. That's a lot of punching, people. It was a lot of punching, but well worth it. It was a kit, and we had a lot of daisies to punch for one card. Well, it wasn't one card, it was a bunch of cards, but in the kit. There we go. Okay. We can do that. We can punch extra things out. we can, but we just can't pre-stamp like on our kits. So like my card kits, that kind of thing, that's why I suggest what set it's designed to go with. Come on. Because we cannot pre-stamp anything. That's our Stampin' Up rules. So, but I can punch things out and that kind of thing. So we can do that sort of thing, do die cuts, but no pre-stamping. And who would want to do that? The fun is the stamping, right? So we like to stamp. That's why we're here. So there we go. I'm going to cut out one more. That one moved a little bit. I'll just cut that super little edge off. Not a problem. I didn't cut out too much of my leaf. And I want to cut an extra one just in case I want it, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just putzing. I'm just putzing, and you're putzing along with me. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. Okay, there we go. So, all right, let's start lining this up. I'm going to put my pieces back. I get these magnetic sheets because otherwise I lose things. Does that make you mad when you lose a die cut? Ugh, I've done it. Okay, so back to designing and planning. This is pretty simple. So, and I might, you know what? I am going to cut this down just a little bit. So here's my cutter. I'm just going to trim it up a bit. So I won't have that extra layer, but I'll have these extra little pieces here. I'm just going to trim off like 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch here. Okay. So that my pieces will go end to end. Okay, there we go. So if I put this here, like that, and then this one will end up cutting off, but that's okay. Put it there. I can use that tag in the inside of the card. And then we put some of our pansies down, and I'm just going to kind of, maybe I want them down. Maybe I want this up. Here, up in the corner. What do you think? I always put it down below, but how about if my pansies are, hey, I finally said it right, pansy, not daisy. My pansies are up here. And they can go out of the frame because I cut this a little bit smaller. So if I'm just getting some pansies in here, getting my little pansy in here on the top, put some leaves in, give it a little, let's see here. There. Maybe that's too much of the same color. Do you think I need to change that underneath there and put it different? Maybe what we need is, maybe what we need is the gingham. I think that's too bland. It's going to wash out in there. So how about this? How about if we bring some gingham in? I love this. Gingham. Okay, all right. So what if we do that? What if we do that instead? I hope you guys like that better. I'm just thinking, otherwise we're just kind of getting washed out. So this one can be down here. It's sort of the anchor. And then one up. Layer those up a little bit so you have room for the leaves. Put a leaf over here, this side. There. I can pull that out a little bit. And then we have our other little daisy pansy. Oh, lordy. Here. And sometimes when I can't get them to move, I will hold this in place and use my pickup tool to kind of pull those around. There we go. Like that, like that, like that. And this leaf kind of moved a bit, so I'm just going to trim it. That's okay. There we go. Ta-da. And we're going to put that one under here. There. So we could have little daisies, pansies. Oh man, I got a wake up call for, I don't know, 3 o'clock probably. Okay, there we go. And then we can have a nice verse here. That's kind of pretty. And then we'll put it on, we'll still put it on the green base. That's what I looked at here. Or maybe we're going to put it on the green. We're going to put it on a different one. We're going to go right here. We're going to stick with our soft sea foam. Look at that. Like that. There we go. And I like, with this cut a little bit smaller, we can have these things coming out of the frame, the leaves. It's kind of fun, like that. And then we'll put a verse here. So do we want it just like this? So I could use this little piece here. What do we want to say? So I want it small like that. How about a birthday card? Let's do a happy birthday. Happy birthday. Everybody needs birthday cards. Here we go. We're going to go happy birthday. Small. Let's see if I have a smaller one. And maybe we'll use our die cut again. We'll use a die cut again. I was going to do, yeah, let's do that. Let's use a die cut again. So I'm going to do happy birthday, and let's put it in the Calypso Coral. Stands out a lot. There. Okay, here we go. Ta-da, ta-da. I'm going to put it way over here, because what I'm going to try and do, I'll leave that open because we'll put the inside in, is we'll use the stitched rectangle again. Love these stitched rectangles. So this will fit our happy birthday, maybe the smaller one even. I don't think so. That's too small. Okay. We can do this one again, but then this time we'll flag the edge here. So let me bring my little mighty cutter over again. When you make a card, so if somebody has to comment on, then tell me, when you're making a card, do you start out with something and say, okay, this is what I'm doing? Or do you do like this? It's kind of like piecemeal. Okay, change it as you go. Figure out what you need. See, this is getting a little like, because I keep running it straight on. So what I like to do is run it at an angle. And that helps kind of keep them straight and you don't have that issue. There we go. I think that's straight. Let's put this on. I change up things all the time. When I did quilting years ago, I don't think I ever made a quilt that I got the fabric for. Like, okay, this is the fabric for this quilt. I always made changes and as I was going along. It just is like, I couldn't, because you never know how it's all going to look until you kind of start working with it, right? Here we go. We had just enough room on this thing. So like I said before, I'm going to push this out, and this time I want to flag it. So I'll put that back in like that, and then take my little die here. I guess I might have to straighten that out so that I can, there, get this all on here. I hope you can see that. So we're going to flag this one. So let me get this here, and then I'm going to move my paper to where it needs to be. Okay, like that. So what I'm doing is I'm getting the point in the center, and I'm getting the edges here on the edge of my die. So it's kind of eyeballing it, so it's not exactly perfect probably, but close enough, and I think it's a handmade card. But that's a way to flag it, and you could cut it, but you wouldn't have the stitching on it. So to make it all the same, I like to do that. I like to have the stitching on the flagging also. So here we go. Pull this up. Come on. I just need to pop it up here. Pop it up. Bending my frame. Come on. There we go. You got it in there really good. See? Ta-da. So there's my flagged message. Okay. And that kind of fills in this corner. I'll put that back. Put that over here. Okay. So this, like this. There we go. And we're going to put this over here. And I'm kind of mimicking then where this goes as far as the border here. Kind of goes all the way around like that. Okay, let's start gluing it on. Whew, that's the scary part. Like, can I remember where I put everything? Sometimes I do and sometimes I change it. All right, here we go. Let's glue this on. So I have my pretty gingham on here. I guess I really wanted to use gingham today. So I line up my grid. I look where I'm going here. So I go edge to edge on the grid paper. Oh.
He wants to go to the dog park.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They're going to go to the dog park today. Peter loves going to the dog park. Are they on the outside pocket maybe? Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Jasmine. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put this here, and I know I'm going to go here because I want it about the same. So I'm going to just run my glue again down this edge here. I'm just putting a little bit there. Okay. So here we go. There. Whoopsie daisy. I don't have my cardstock straight. There. Okay. Ta-da, ta-da. Cut this off. I can use this flag in the inside. Since this is it's a good piece size. All right. So now we have that. Now we can start putting on our flowers. Now what I do is you want to have some of them up and down, right? You want to have layering. So, but I also want to sneak some leaves under them. So when I do that, like this one, this one is on the bottom. So I'm going to put adhesive on, but only in the center so that I can sneak some leaves underneath it. Gives me that option if I want to do it. And I'm kind of going off the grid a little bit so that the leaves are going to come out of the picture frame. And again, this one I'm going to pop up. So I'm just going to put my dimensionals in the center so that I can sneak my leaves in wherever I want. If you feel that you need to put some more in afterwards, you know, you can do that. But I'm going to go like that. There we go. And our little baby one we're going to pop up. So that's just going to have one dimensional right in the center. And let's see here, make it go the right way. So we have a little variety. This one is just in white. That one's got the pale papaya behind. Now we can kind of lay out our leaves and see where we want to go with those. Here we go. And then we'll glue them in, figure out exactly if we need to change them or do anything different with it. There we go. And there, I think I'm going to put this one under here. Put one up and one down a little bit. They look like wings. Looks like wings on there. Okay, and then this is going to go here like that. And I do believe we're going to pop up the verse too. I mean, that's what you're sending the card for, so let's do that. Let's put some dimensionals on here. There. Okay, and then we'll glue our leaves down, put it all together, and see what we have. Yeah, I'm glad I changed that out. That was not, it did not, it just blended too much with the other one. Okay, so let's glue our leaves in. So because it's going to hang over, I'm just going to put some right on the edge, my glue, my adhesive here. There. And again, just kind of on the edge. And this one, remember, I glued it down, but I left enough up there space so I could sneak something underneath it. There we go. And let's bring this one out. Thank goodness for the pickup tool. I use it more than I ever thought I would, actually. I just love it. There. There we go. Now I'm a little concerned. I don't like that these are kind of flapping there, so I'm going to bring in my mini dimensionals and just sneak one underneath there real quick. Let's see here. Where did I put them? Minis, where are you? Here they are. Always at my fingertips. So another thing I use the pickup tool for is just when I want to sneak underneath there. They're a little bit weakened from pulling them up, so this kind of just makes it nice and sturdy there. You're not going to have it pulling in and out of the card and catching on there or anything. So there we go. Okay, ta-da. Now we're going to put this on our base. Ooh la la. We're going to add some jewels on there. It will be lovely. I should push this one in just a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to glue it down since we already have dimensionals on the flowers. I don't want to make it too thick if you were going to mail it. And so there's a little bit wider base around since we cut that main layer down a little bit. This is going to have to go in a little bit more because I only put the glue on a little bit on the outside, so we're just going to chop this leaf here so I can go in a little bit more. Okay. Ta-da. See, you can fix everything. Just a little bit of, there we go. Just like that. Ta-da. I just whacked off a little bit of it. All right, now we can put some of our jewels in here. So pretty. Let's see here. I think we're gonna go with the, let's see here. Well, I mean, here's the green, the soft succulent, but for the center of our flowers, I'm gonna go with this dark piece here. This is the Evening Evergreen. I think that looks kind of cool, accenting it. Oops. It really looks nice if it's in the center. There we go. And this will give it a little bit of sparkle. There. Ta-da. Got some glue on here. Cheryl, my fingers. There we go. My little glue eraser. That's what happens in the real world. You have to use those things. Ta-da. So, happy birthday. Now let's do the inside and we'll be all set. 2 cards today. Very different. I don't know if you played with the Pansy set. It is really, really fun. I would suggest, when I did a card in class, what we did was I had a kind of a ledger. So it was like, this is step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. And if you're doing a whole bunch of them and just laying them out and playing with them, I would write down what colors, because I never remember. I don't know if you do, but I don't. And then I can pick what combination I like the best. Here's our little piece that we have left over. So I'm going to cut this. I'm just going to flag it and use this in the inside. so I didn't waste any of my. We're going to put that right up in that corner, and then we'll have the birthday verse somewhere here. It says, wishing you a little extra happiness just because you're you. Very nice. Here we go. Let's put this on, and we're going to go with the same color of on here. I have a fuzz on there. There we go. Okay. Try to get this straight here. All right, Calypso Coral. Here we go. I have that laid out. I don't have it glued on yet. I just kind of want to know where I'm going with it. And ta-da. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to glue this on in the corner. There. I have to turn everything. I don't know. I don't know why. There. All right. Oopsie daisy. I have more glue on my finger, I guess. There. Okay. It's straight. All right. And now our other layer. So I have to get this color here, the pale papaya. I'm going to put that under there. Nice combination of the pale papaya and the Calypso Coral. I think they look nice together. It's soft. So this will go on here. There we go. Okay. That's straight. Alrighty. And in the card, more adhesive. Yay, green glue. Okay. There we go. Okay. Ta-da. Now, if you were doing this at home, like this you could do on the go or whatever, but you might even want to consider using an embossing folder and embossing this background. That'll give it a little bit even more interest, right? Dimension. There we go. So here's our cards from today. I guess I ended up going with the soft. You can tell that's one of my favorite new soft succulent is one of my favorite new colors. I guess I used them both today, but this one with the yellow, this one with the pale papaya. So that's it, folks. I'm going to turn it around. Don't forget, tomorrow is free shipping. Tomorrow only with $50 or more. I'm going to turn this. Oh, good, Judy. I'm glad that you like it. Turn this around here. Try not to. I'm always afraid. There we go. Okay. So that's it. So thank you. Oh, Mary liked it too. So I'm glad. I'm glad. I never know. I never know how it's going to turn out. It was a little bit questionable with that polka dot. While I love that, it just was too much the same. You had to have a little more interest variety in it. And this designer paper certainly gives you those options. So thank you so much for joining me. On Friday, I have a whole bunch of extra things to show you, cards to show you, and an extra little thing, these little treat boxes, scallop treat boxes. Not sure if you looked at those in the catalog, but I got some just out of curiosity, and they're super cute and very easy to put together. So I'm going to show those and share those too. So have a great rest of the week. We will see you for Follow-Up Friday. And thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching the video, sharing the video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And remember, tomorrow is free shipping. So $50 or more, free shipping. You can run it through me. I will send you an extra card as a thank you gift. And I would appreciate your business. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.